Leo, a lot of people be trying to slow you down. A lot of people are trying to make you rewind and look back and regret this and regret that. A lot of people are trying to get you to fight for them again, to feel them again, to feel their vibe, to invest time in it, to worry about them, right? And to me, I feel like that would be acting. That would be a lie. That would be a lie for you to sit back and pretend like you was that nigga, like you was that bitch that actually cared. I think that would be a lie for you to go out there and say that this situation is something that you want to put time into again. I think sometimes you think about it just because you know how much this person pull on your shit, pull on your dick, pull on your tits. You know how much this person try to test you and try to get you to come back arms wide open, tears streaming down the face, right? Like, but leave this as kind of like that intrusive thought type thing, right? Because I think you do get a lot of intrusive thoughts. You are a very passionate, loving person, and so when you do spend your passion and love on a person who don't return that, who tells you that you crazy, you talking crazy, you too much, you too suffocating, you too this, you too that, you're not toxic, and that's not even what I'm seeing here within your actions, okay? So the person that was calling you toxic or trying to make you sound this way, that way, this way, that way, they wrong. Okay, they improper. They don't know how to please you, and because they don't know how to please you, maybe they do know how to please you and they're just not doing it. But the fact is, they choose not to properly treat you as good and as beautiful and as loving and as, you know, gracious and passionate as you are. They don't treat you with any respect or love. I just feel like there's too many red flags here, too much here. You know, we have 3 of Swords, which is like you're gonna have to put a ring on it. Like, either you go chase these other bitches, you go play outside and do your motherfucking thing, or you put a damn ring on it. Okay, if you think that I'm gonna wait for you or sit here tapping my fingers and doing all this extra shit, then you dead wrong. Because I know at this point in time, with all the changes I've made for myself, I can do better. I don't gotta fish for nothing. I don't gotta chase you. I don't gotta follow you. You don't gotta breadcrumb me along and keep hitting me up after 7 years, 20 years type shit. I know what I am worth now. You know, I know how strong. I know how to struggle through by myself now. I know how to eliminate you out of my life without feeling so empty or so scared, right? Because I was scared to lose you before, but don't think that's the same thing now, because I've grown. I've nurtured myself. I've loved myself. Okay? And we have the Hangman here, which is like, you put me on the back burner, or it might be a situation where you had to put this relationship down. You had to put this relationship as something in the past, because it's like you couldn't sit there and pretend like there was nothing wrong. There was nothing, like, you couldn't sit here and pretend like this situation wasn't beneath you or underneath you. And it's not that there's a person out there that's really beneath you, because at the end of the day, it's like, oh, people are people, they go through their own thing, right? You understand that part more than anyone, pretty much. But you also know that you are not going to deal with a relationship and deal with love that is beneath your worth, beneath what you feel about yourself, what you feel about your own body. And so your whole self-worth, I feel like, was questioned in many relationships, but specifically this one that keeps trying to re-enter and come back around, especially this situation where you feel like your whole life has been about people questioning you and what you do, and you are so, like, talented and kind and funny and sweet. I think it's hard for people to see you as someone who's been hurt because of how powerful your personality comes off. You know, you're more introverted just as a result of all of the self-worth issues, self-esteem issues that you've had to go through in order to please others. You have to lower or dumb yourself down. And now that you're in the position to win, the position to destroy, you no longer have to question certain things about yourself. You just know. You're like, okay, yeah. Like, I know I'm bad. Like, I know I got the money. Like, I know I'm going to have the money. You're like, so it's not even cockiness. You're like, I just know. It's crazy that you still thinking about me in this way because you treating me like a dog, but really I'm a whole wolf, bitch. Like, it's just crazy to me. I think that somebody has basically had a plan in their mind that, oh, I'll come back, you know, in 10 years and 5 years and 3 years, you know, I'll try to woo ya. And you're like, fuck no. You're like, fuck, just leave me the fuck alone. If you're like, they're gonna pop up on you like a fucking like ghost, okay? Or pop up on you like a fucking genie or some shit. Or it's like they're gonna magically appear. Maybe when you're thinking about them one day, you're gonna see them out or some shit. And it's like, get the fuck away from me. Sit the fuck down, dog. Sit the fuck down. It's like, oh, they're gonna pretend they have car troubles or they're having troubles in life or living situation. They're gonna try to crawl back in. Like, get the fuck away. Page of Cups is like, damn, well, this person, you know, they rolled the dice, you know, now they coming in with emotions and feelings, and that shit crazy, y'all. That shit crazy. Like, they wasting a lot of motherfucking time thinking about me. Like, y'all are so over it, and I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. Because I feel like y'all are really pushing this idea that it's like, you couldn't accept my crazy, but I have accepted my crazy. How about that? You couldn't accept my mental state. You couldn't accept how I was loving you. You couldn't accept who I was. And I became even stronger. I became even more positive. I started loving myself even more and more and more. I started filling up all that empty space with self-love. And I'm just not going to beg no more. I'm not going to beg nobody for nothing. When I find love, right? When I find somebody who's really going to truly love me, they won't have to lie to me. They won't have to sit there and put up with me. They won't have to call me crazy, call me stupid, call me blind. They don't gotta say nothing. Okay? They don't have to say that I'm not enough. And that is enough for me. When I find my person, they will not have to question my worth. They will know that shit going right into the motherfucking relationship. I just dropped the car. We're going right into the fucking relationship. But I guess that was the mic drop that was necessary and needed. There you go.